I don't know. This shit's gonna piss me off. I don't even know if I want to watch this. I want to play Terraria? Not right now. We got a couple more things to go over.
Election after months of intense.
This is gonna
The
really.
DNC
This is gonna make me mad. I can already tell you right now. This shit's gonna make me mad. Because Kamala Harris's book, when they knew Biden was mentally like fucked after like a year in office, are we fucking serious?
has released its autopsy on the 2024 election after months of intense pressure. Chairman Ken Martin shared the report with disclaimers like this one we've highlighted for you here. And that disclaimer is on every page of the document. In a statement, Martin said he does not endorse the postmortem and couldn't put the DNC stamp of approval on it. He said, quote, but transparency is paramount, end quote. CBS News political contributor Joel Payne joins us now from our DC bureau to help us make sense of this. Joel, good morning.
You talk really slow.
Report and why the DNC would release it if it's only going to distance itself from it.
Well, Errol.
Okay, well, no, let me see the actual fucking report. Jesus Christ, I hate CBS. DNC report. Does NBC have it? They do. The report. Okay, here we go. Report details problems that plagued the Democrat Party in the last presidential election, including messaging that created tensions with key constituents, like trans people, like Gazans, on the economy, late arriving efforts to organize the voters on the ground, a lack of alignment between parties' main super PACs and Vice President Kamala Harris campaign, and more. Blaming that Kamala Harris wasn't in line enough with super PACs is a way to scare people and being like, oh, super PACs are good. Super PACs are genuinely evil. Meanwhile, the autopsy itself has already created strains within the party. Martin had been pummeled in public for months after he promised to release the report and then reversed course in December, saying he would not do so. Yeah, because he's a coward. Those concerns stretched to the top levels of the Democratic Party. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and Martin spoke about a week ago about the autopsy. At the time, according to two sources' knowledge of the call, Shapiro relayed he was unhappy that Martin had not released the report and was not being transparent. Martin was rattled by this call, according to sources. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Josh Shapiro, but at least he's not like a soulless husk like Martin is over here. DNC declined to comment on the episode. DNC members have previously told NBC News they were promised a summary of the findings from Martin and expressed concern that he had gone quiet on the subject. I could not in good faith put the DNC step of approval for full transparency. All right, there we go. Oh my God. Give me the fucking report. I'm going to kill myself. When I was elected DNC chair, commissioned after last November's massive Democratic wins, I didn't want to create a distraction by not putting a report on. Yeah. Here's the report. Oh my God. It's 100 and the disclaimers in the entire thing. 2008 cycle's the highest point of Democratic Party with a landslide at Electoral College. Holy shit. 192. Trump won the election by a little more than 2 million votes on popular vote, meaning the election was swayed by 0.15% of the votes. Tens of thousands of votes in a handful of states returned a Republican to the White House. Okay, can you stop? This is going to take forever for people to pour through. National campaign did not effectively drive Trump's negatives, and the White House did not effectively support Vice President Harris over 3.5 years to improve her standing before the candidate switch. Are we serious? Are we serious? We're blaming the White House not supporting Harris enough and not pointing out Trump's negatives enough? That's all they fucking did. They were an opposition party. That's all they said they were. The idea that Trump's negatives were baked in as a major failure of analysis and reality. Oh my God. The Harris campaigns appears to have relied on Trump being unacceptable rather than building an affirmative case for Harris. That's true. Harris' campaign appears not to have made similar adjustments. Yep. Oh, dude, it's like the Democrats failed. They're not taking accountability for not providing answers for people who wanted them.
Democrats took control of the Congress. I think that
of the Congress.
They took control of the country. I think that this country's finished. These people.
Disaster former mega donor delivers scathing party assessment. Let's see.
Sick. They suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, but really they have bad policy. They have horrible policy.
John Morgan is a former major Democrat donor. John, you were
John Morgan, you're such a piece of shit too.
mega donor to Democrats in 2024. I read you gave
How's sucking Israel's dick going for you?
more than $1 million. What do you think of the way your money was spent now that you've got this 192-page autopsy?
Well, I didn't give a penny once Kamala got in. That was it for me.
I didn't give a penny once a white woman was in, or when a black woman was in.
So, but look, I don't know what they spent on this autopsy, but they could have given me nothing and I could have done it in a few seconds. 1, DEI is DEAD. 2,
It's such an easy win for Republicans. This is why I hate the Democrats. This is a very clear example of why Democrats are a failure as an institution.
woke needs to be put to sleep. 3, transgender swimmers don't get to swim against
Oh my god, dude, he's like on the Kool-Aid. He's like 100% on the Kool-Aid.
girls. It's unfair. 4, you need to seal the border. 2, woke needs to be put. Gender swimmers don't get to swim.
Oh, I thought he said,
against
for some reason in my head, I heard transgender boys cannot swim against transgender women.
girls. It's unfair. Campaign manager Cesar Chavez's granddaughter running the campaign, and she came from Kamala Harris's office. That's the autopsy. Period. End of story. Get rid of all that, and you don't need to have an autopsy. I just gave it to you.
It wasn't woke. This is going to push Democrats so far and like trying to not reach out to constituents. And this is why, like, I am so glad Mamdani exists because he's a clear example of what you need to be as an elected official on the Democrat side. Democrats did not need to give up trans rights at all. Mamdani didn't. Mamdani didn't give up trans rights at all. And guess what? He fucking crushed it. Kamala Harris gave up on trans rights. She showed that she had no true beliefs because Democrats don't. Most institutional Democrats have zero fucking beliefs.
I mean, I think that's spot on, exactly what you just said. But here we are, 18 months out from the election. You know, we're getting close to the 2-year mark here. And yet Democrats still, and I know you left the party, but they have a 72% approval rating with voters. Yes.
Yep, because you guys are a bunch of fucking morons.
They're poised to do well in the midterms historically, but that's not a good number. So in your estimation as a former Democrat, what do you see that they're doing wrong?
72% is a really good number for
What they
Democrats.
always do wrong is they find a way to lose instead of trying to find a way to win. If you want to find a way to win as a Democrat, believe it or not, the Democrats got a deep bench right now. Pretty good bench. If you go with a guy like Andy Beshear, or Pritzker, or Rahm Emanuel, you have a chance.
No, they don't. Those guys have zero fucking actual belief or beliefs in anything.
But they may find a way to lose because if you go with anybody with socialist at the end of
I fucking knew it. They're gonna call it Mamdani. They're gonna call it Mamdani.
Democrat, you are going to lose because socialism is the first cousin to communism, and we always know how it goes. Socialism, Cuba, Venezuela, China, Russia. Socialism is the precursor to communism.
I do wonder how much he was paid for this, because these are not his true beliefs. He doesn't give a fucking shit. This guy's so fucking brain, like his brain is soup. He doesn't give a shit about any of this. He's gonna go off to his like he's gonna die in a bunker surrounded by like all the children he likes to fuck. Once the world ends, like this guy is gonna die in a bunker, separated from people. And he's gonna die alone. Like, this guy does not give a fuck at all.
I don't know why they insist on putting it behind their names, Democratic Socialists, but if they
One person, by the way, Mamdani, one person.
do that,
That's how fucking afraid. This is genuinely how afraid Republicans and Democrats are afraid of Mamdani. That they will work together to do this.
they will lose again.
One thing I found interesting in this report is the covering for Kamala. It really reads as a document that maybe she herself penned because there's not a lot of self-reflection there. In fact, they say the White House did not position
Yeah, dude, that pissed me off. This is a really good point that they can call out the white or the
Or prepare
document
the
on.
vice president. Do you think Biden and the White House could have fixed Kamala?
No! But they also shouldn't have had Biden halfway through his fucking term be like, yeah, I'm still gonna run.
No, I think what happened, Kamala's a disaster. I mean, Kamala should just go away. Here's what happened with
Please,
Kamala.
dude, if that happens, actually, dude, oh, please. I'm agreeing with this guy that Kamala, get the fuck out. If Kamala runs again, I'm not voting for her. If Gavin Newsom runs, it's like, why even vote? Nothing's going to change. Status quo, it'll continue. And then the next election will be a Republican president that's worse than Trump.
Biden got pushed out. He had guys that were going to make a lot of money doing ads and working for him that kept him in. He stayed in too long. Biden got very pissed off about being pushed out, and he said F you to Pelosi and picked Kamala. And when he did that, he nailed the coffin shut. It didn't matter if she had the 1.7 billion or 2.7 billion. I'm from Kentucky, and that dog won't hunt no matter how many billions. Kamala will not hunt in America.
Yeah, Kamala will not hunt, and yet she may be hunting for a new presidential bid. Wow, we will see. John Morgan, thank you.
Fucking cuts him off from saying another fucking word. That's pretty funny. No, I mean, that's like a pretty, I mean, genuinely, if the Democrats choose Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom, I could see them winning. I could see Gavin Newsom winning in 20. I don't see Kamala Harris winning ever again. The most scathing, fucked up, goddamn, election of all time. Like the most failed election of any Democrat ever. And if they run Kamala Harris again, Democrats will lose. And a lot of them know this. Kamala should know this. She has a functioning IQ. And like, at the end of the day, I don't like Kamala, but she does have a brain. And I would be shocked if she ran again. Granted, she also really, really, really enjoys her ego. Like all other Democrats. Kamala Harris, by the way, doesn't believe she's done anything wrong. She doesn't believe that she did anything wrong, and she thinks it's like white people or like Biden's fault and Democrats' fault. Genuinely. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm pretty upset with Democrats, and this report is going to really fucking hemorrhage. What the hell is wrong with her? Dude, she's an institutional Democrat who has millions of dollars in the bank. She doesn't care about you or your rights on a fundamental level. Why would she? She didn't endorse. The fact that she never endorsed Mamdani and no institutional Democrat did is very telling. They do not want to have a winning strategy. They want the status quo. They do not want change. Because if they keep their status quo, they keep a lot of money. And they get a lot of money from AIPAC. And remember, AIPAC funds so much. So much of what our government does. Because we love Israel.